All right, guys, we had an insanely busy day. I need to set up these new amazing tubs that I'm going to show you guys. I need to feed a bunch of hatchlings. I think let's just get cracking straight into this. What's up, Undisputed Reptiles? Welcome back to another fun-filled educational video.
All right, run it.
Really. All right, cool. Finishing the most sexiest king snakes, in my honest opinion, back here in the lane snakes. I didn't actually get to the new additions. You know, we've got really parasite flush, no completely fresh substrate. I'm talking about this.
There you go. Moss, the female also took, man. Isn't that freaking awesome?
Alright, so now that we're done peening, and breeding the species is 100% the easiest part. Alright, now before we go too far, I need to go feed my boy this. I don't know how many times I've actually shown you guys my boy, but today you're definitely going to be seeing him. Alright, and here he is. He's already storming the dam gate. Man, this animal. I actually need 2 hands for this. Alright, let's give him the first one. Trying to keep my dog out as well. She's not happy with him. Second one. Alright, my dude, can I open up a little? No, Nala. That's not your food. There's a lot more, bro. Alright, I'll just fling it all the way away. Here's another one. Yeah. Come on. You should calm down a little bit now in the next couple of seconds. It's quite a character. And I'm wrestling my pit bull to try and make sure that she's not going to try and eat his chicken. Still hungry, boy? Still hungry? Pay attention, bro. Can't grab for nothing. Alright, thank you. Alright, so without wasting any further more time, these are the exact tubs I'm talking about. Now, I'm actually going to be building me a custom rack with all of these in. I saw a guy on Facebook that was selling these, but the dude never got back to me. I was like, yo, man, listen, I'm keen on that unit. It was like a 52 tub rack unit, so he never got back to me in any case. So I went ahead and bought all the tubs myself. I've got another rack here that these tubs clear in, but obviously it's not made for them. So I don't really like the way it looks, but I like these tubs too much to not use them. And nice little extra features now. They come with water balls. So there's got these little corners in here that recesses in, and then you just kind of fit them into there like that, you know. That's kind of really cool. So I asked them if they can special order more of these so that you can kind of interchange the water bowls. So every time you clean the water bowls, you take out the dirty ones, put in fresh new clean ones, and then those dirty ones go to the dishwasher. So yeah, I'm in love with this product. I got these from Birds and Pets. It's a pet shop. You guys have seen me. Well, I've been there before. You've seen the video of that. So what I'll do is I'll just link that video either in the description or up here if I remember to. Because I always say, listen, check the video out up here, but I freaking always forget to do that. So this is what it looks like now as a complete product. It's got this little lip here that you open up, allows you to easily access the water bowl. And then over here, because you know, let's check. Over here, you know, you kind of get that over there, that motion over there, feeding, cleaning, whatever. I'm in love with these tubs. It's time to put more of my snakes in these tubs. So I actually have already started rehousing some of my snakes into these tubs. Like for example, these beautiful blue and Solaris. I mean, check these guys out. And they've been whoa, close to my hand. They've been thriving in these tubs. I mean, look at these guys. They're so healthy. They're eating so well. And they've been thriving in these tubs. So I personally, you know, I said if they can house these expensive snakes of mine, you know, they can pretty much house any other of my snakes as well. Because why should an expensive one get something a little more lucrative and the rest just get something that's pretty much bare necessity. So there you go, guys. A beautiful look at the blue and Solaris male. I'll show you the female. Let me show you the female as well. Alright, danke. Now, if everyone out there that's saying blue and Solaris is the same as white lip vipers, yeah, you guys can go fly a kite pretty much in my opinion. These guys have a way worse attitude. I mean, I've never felt like I was trying to be killed by white lips. But these guys, damn, they try and kill me every single time. Here's the female. They're quite bolty. She's a lot bigger, as you guys can see. She's eating much more consistently than the male. Although I must say both of them are eating fairly consistently now. I got them unestablished and established them myself, as I was way too impatient to wait for my partner to actually establish them. I was just like, no, I need them now. I'm taking them now. I'll establish them, full payment, full risk, whatever. But yeah, absolutely amazing looking snakes, eh? So I do currently keep quite a large assortment of my snakes in these tubs, like these beautiful Ridley's rat snakes. You guys have seen these babies before, and I can honestly not say a single bad thing about these tubs. So obviously for them, I've got a little bit of a larger water bowl. Man, this snake just pooped all over me. Buddy, my guy, that was rude. I mean, check that poop there. Damn, man. So all I do is essentially every now and then, I just roughage up the substrate a bit. Look at this cranky guy. Come on, my guy. Don't be like that. No, don't do that. That's just unexceptionally rude. I mean, look at this thing. Trying to actually kill me. He bit me. Oh, okay, I was teasing him a bit. But I mean, look at this beautiful animal. Irrespective of his attitude and that he's pooping all over me, they are phenomenal animals. So yeah, like I said, I keep a wide assortment of snakes in these, like the Chapala garter snakes. I actually should show you guys those now as well. And then also the checkered garter snakes as well. Now, I am putting in some time and effort with these guys because I would like for them to docile down. They get quite big, and I really don't want to have a freaking big, cranky Ridley rat snake. Ugh, can you poop in your tub? Jeez, let me just close you up, dude. You stink. Don't do that. Look at this thing. No, show them. Bloody hell. People think I'm lying. Bloody aggressive little thing, huh? While we're on the note of these tubs, they do come in a bigger size as well. So this is the size that I'm currently using, and then there's a 1-up size, which is what I'm going to be incorporating into the rack, because this is a nice second size grow out. They've even got one smaller than this. Let me actually show you that. They've got this one over here as well, which is a lot smaller. Pretty much the same concept, a lot softer plastic, let me tell you that. But I've been hearing good things about the smaller one as well. I haven't used it, but I've also heard bad things. I've heard that it warps quite easily when you put it on a heat mat. I kind of see that, but also kind of don't. So I don't know. I am considering doing like a 3 different sizes rack. So, you know, essentially these 3 sizes, I think that'd be awesome. The super hatchlings, the well-established hatchlings, and then the yearlings, and then from there they would indefinitely be upgraded into quite larger tubs, and then hopefully from there final enclosures. So without further ado, let me actually show you guys the garter snakes. Since I mentioned them, I know every time I mention them, everyone's always quite upset with me that I don't show them. So now they aren't tame. I don't really have the most docile of them, but hopefully they will docile down. Obviously if they don't, I'm not really going to be mad, because I do really schmuck them too many million billions. So here's one of our checkered garter snakes. We do have a pair of these. I believe them to be het albino. I think almost all garter snakes in the country at the moment would be het albino. I don't think there's any plain garter snake pairs out there, but absolutely breathtaking. My good buddy John Baldwin, he's working with actual visual albinos, so I'm waiting on him to produce this year. Then we'll definitely get visual albinos as well. You know, that's the nice thing about being part of a community, being part of this hobby, is making friends, and your friends breed the coolest stuff, and then you can buy from them. Because or sometimes, you know, most of the times when these amazing deals pop up or when these animals become available, you might be strapped for cash, but then your buddy's not. So then he gets them, and then at least you know they're going to someone who's going to be actually able to produce them, and then in the end of the day, you get them as well, because you can now purchase from your buddy, which is very much lacquer. Now, these guys, these are quite rare. Now, I don't know for how many of my Across the Borders followers this would be considered rare for, but here in South Africa, you guys know this is very rare. Now, I am using a little hook stick because these guys are quite volatile. I have been bitten a few times, and it does hurt a lot, but just look at these beautiful snakes. Now, they are mildly venomous, so, you know, that's the one drawback. But other than that, these guys are super awesome. Now, although they look big now, these guys are nowhere near their true size. They're, according to paperwork, they're the second biggest garter snake species out there. Second to that species in California. I think it's California giganticus or something like that. They're second to them only, but they're having specimens of Chapala garters that are a lot bigger than those. So, you know, it's a little controversial, but in the end of the day, on paperwork, they're the second biggest, which is radically cool. I'm absolutely in love with these animals. All right, and this is actually everything that we're going to be tackling. It's pretty much a mountain of snakes at the moment. So there's a lot of corn snakes here and some sand boas and things like that. These are all future breeder projects, which I'm very keen to be working with. So I'm raising up a few things that I'll show you guys as we go that I think are quite special. It's not for everybody, but for me, these animals are freaking cool. And especially sand boas. You know, I've never really had a lot of sand boas. I had one pair quite some time back and never really did much with them, never really kept them till they got adults, and now I'm definitely going to be breeding these sandbars. Hell yeah. All right, so what I think we'll be doing is we'll just actually be going down the list. Now, this is a female normal that I kept back. She's quite pretty, but she was from a very unique pairing. So I want to put her back to the male that I kept back from that clutch and see if there were any unique heterozygous that came through to these, which I'm currently not disclosing. But I guess you guys can just have a look at the nice normal, you know, if any of you guys do like normals. I know a lot of people out there don't. I do love them to bits. All the old water balls I'm just going to chuck back into the substrate. Now, I am reusing the substrate because most of these substrates were recently done and they're expensive. So I am not going to be redoing the substrate, especially if the substrate is not old yet. All right. Well, when the substrate is old, you got to kind of do it. You know, you're forced to do it. But these substrates aren't old. Nice. Okay, cool. Now, these water balls are actually now quite stupid. I just realized this now. The second you add substrate into this, there's no way of actually hooking the water ball unless you do very shallow substrate. But I guess that then eliminates the point of having the substrate. Man, now that does suck. All right, maybe one day when they actually make them a little longer, it'll be better. But at the moment, it's stupid. It's definitely stupid. Unless you're like my partner, he does butcher's paper. Then it's going to be amazing because you're essentially going to have something that weighs down the butcher's paper as well. So last look at this beautiful little girl. If I remember correct, this is the girl. Let me just make sure. Let me just pop her quickly, make sure. I should really start labeling my grow outs before it starts getting me movie confused. Almost pooped in my face. Yeah, that's the girl. All right, mama girl. Thank you so much. Hey. No funny shenanigans. Go back. All right, so that's the first one done. I am loving this. So since there's a lot that I need to do today, unfortunately, I'm not going to be filming everything. There's just too much. You guys will get bored. You'll click off the video. Judging by current analytics, most of you have already clicked off. But for those of you who are staying, cheers to you. I've got an energy drink because there's a lot to do. Let's continue on. Next up is this beautiful holdback yet again. This is not from the same clutch. I actually think that was the male. No, I kept back a trio. Sorry. So she's a unique looking snake in her own rights. She is meant to be a hypo. Well, not meant to be. She is a hypo. I mean, you can see it by the faded pattern on the belly. But again, I'm keeping her back to see if some of the recessive traits that I'm working towards getting actually stayed behind. Because that would be very, very cool if they indeed did. Now, it does seem like I'm putting in a lot of substrate now that the subs are smaller. So yeah, I actually think I am putting in a little too much substrate. So I'll just stop at that level. Put the water in, and then yeah, look how much substrate's still left afterwards. All right, but these are a lot bigger tubs. Like I said, I'm not getting rid of the rack with those tubs. I'm going to be keeping it because it's also a good intermediate size tub, you know, in between everything and whatever and what have yous. But I do want to move everything towards these tubs. I've been having phenomenal success with all the hatchlings and all those things that I am currently keeping in these tubs, and I'm deeply in love with these tubs as well. So again, if you guys want to grab these tubs for yourself, Birds and Pets, they're definitely the way to go. You can even send them a WhatsApp. I do believe they've got Facebook and all that. You can even send them. They do courier and all that as well. Awesome company. And I mean, these tubs aren't even expensive from them. They sell them for $48 a tub, which is, what is that? I mean, that's nothing. These, I think, were like $80 each. Now, they are bigger, but I mean, there's a lot of PT involved. You got to freaking do all of the drill holes. And this is always a concern for me. I haven't had any escapees out of it, but it's always been a concern for me. I've always been a nervous Nelly when it comes to things like that. That's a big ass water ball. So the water that's smaller is actually going to be nice now for the sandbars, because they seem to keep tipping over the freaking water, and that's very, very annoying. It really irks me. So with them, these might be redundant. We'll have a look and see. Hey, that gave me a fright. Look at this beautiful snow sandboa female. Man, why do they all want to bite me today? Beautiful looking snake, eh? I think that's an absolutely stunning looking specimen. Now, sandboas are quite easy. They're stupid hardy, and they eat really, really well right off the bat, which I guess is what gives them their appeal, because it is quite appealing to think that you can just put food in and they'll eat. I've heard babies can be quite difficult, but you know, after raising so many arboreal vipers and 100 paces and all these difficult things, I can't imagine anything like this being difficult. All right, so the next one is also going to be another sand boa. This, if memory serves, is meant to be a het amelanistic, het albino, het melanistic, het amelanistic. So essentially it's a snowmaker. I got him for that female, but even if he's not, I'm still quite happy having him. He was pretty much dehydrated, emaciated, very much under condition. I wasn't too happy about his condition. I did actually discuss that with the seller. They did apologize, but it was part of these, they were part of something bigger, you know, so I let it go. I took the snake at the end of the day. Because I did want this snake, because, you know, as I said, I haven't really had a lot of sand boas. I had a pair, never got to raise them up, never got to breed them, ended up selling them prior due to just interest changes. But as of late, I haven't been keeping a lot of venomous. Obviously, I still have a lot of venomous left, but it hasn't been my major focus. My major focus has actually been moving into some stuff like this. You know, I'm a family man. I'm getting married soon, engaged finally, getting married soon and all these things. And I kept thinking in the back of my head, you know, one day, you know, it's going to be kids and things like that. Do I really want the biggest venomous collection? And the answer was no. So I kept back a lot of venomous snakes that I do enjoy working with. And there are still a bunch out there that I do want. It's just at the moment, I'm not focusing on broadening my venomous collection. I'm actually just broadening my non-venomous collection. So very happy about that. Beautiful little sand boa male. In he goes. Now, I do believe I've got all the genetics to make all the current sand boa morphs out there. Well, at least in South Africa. I don't really know too much about their genetics. So I've got a visual albino females, a visual albino female and a visual albino male that are both heterozygous for melanistic, which means in essence they're also snowmakers, which is quite cool. So even if that male misses the first year, you know, the next year, I'll probably just put him to one of these, or I might end up just not keeping that male back, or keeping the male back and getting another normal female. You know, you never know. Like I said, I'm currently on a craze after all these calibras and all these other non-venomous. Now this one's quite cantankerous, so just gonna do that. There we go. There you guys can have a look at this beautiful beast. So I've got no visual aneries, unfortunately, but I've got all the gene stack to make aneries. Now these guys are still young. They're now currently a year old. So I think that their general age is 3 years to 4 years before they can produce. In general, I would assume live bear is 4 years for females, 3 years for males. So that's probably what I'm going to be going off of. Unless by some miraculous miracle they look giganticus earlier, and then I'll probably try and breed them earlier. Age is an important thing, yes, very much so. But I do believe with a lot of constrictors, it's much more about size. And size that's giant isn't always the best. You know, it's a very controversial thing. I don't think I'm going to go too deep into that. I'm just actually going to trudge on with this video. Get this sand boa girl. Is this the girl? Yeah, this is the female. Get her in there. Da, 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 da. I'm much more excited about having these sand boas than I probably should be. I know a lot of you guys are probably just looking at them and thinking, well, that's quite a bore. And to all of you guys who are thinking that, boo-hoo to you. I freaking love them. So the less of you guys that want them, the more I can get, which I'm cool with. As you guys know, I breed a lot of stuff, but I don't necessarily sell a lot of stuff. Oh, nice. Full shed. So this should look pretty. So obviously, I have sold a lot of babies this year. I can't keep keeping everything back. You know, that's just absolutely crazy. So I have sold a lot of babies this year. Now, here's the female. Yeah, there we go. Here's the big girl. So I obviously have kept a lot of stuff back in the past, mostly on my venomous side of things. You know, like I've never sold any of the squam hatchlings, never sold any of the Okinavensis hatchlings, probably won't sell any of the Cerastus hatchlings either. There's a lot of stuff that I keep that I just really enjoy working with. Same as the Xenophaltus unicolor, the sunbeam snakes. You know, I love them to bits, and if I ever am to be so lucky and blessed to be able to produce them, I'll probably not let any of those babies go for about 2-3 seasons, you know. Get a nice group of them, because I'd much rather have big groups of snakes than just breed a lot of snakes. I don't know if that makes sense. I would rather breed a lot of a single species than a lot of different species. I recently downscaled on so many of the other stuff. You know, it was just too diverse up in this house. I had too many other things going on. And the closer you can get on the species you keep's parameters, you know, the better it is. So I try to keep a lot of stuff that in general have similar parameters. And yeah, you know, just trudging on. I'm rambling a lot in this video. I hope you guys don't mind. In general, I talk a lot, but this is a lot. At least you guys get to see cool snakes while I do this, and you guys get to keep me entertained while I'm essentially just doing this really routinely boring task of rehousing, sorting tubs, things like that. I hope I bought enough of these tubs. Still have a whole other rooms hatchlings to go do. By the looks of it, I don't think I bought enough of these tubs. I might have to go and get some more. Okay, I remember this snake now. See why I say I should put labels on. I do know what everything in here is. It's just I only know when I open the tub. Look at this beautiful individual here. So this is a charcoal motley. And I believe, yeah, just the charcoal motley male. Now he has some nice potential. So there's a potential that he is 66% het scaleless. He came from a pairing of two non-visual scaleless, which means they're two heterozygous scaleless pairing. So that means he's got about a 66% chance of being a carrier of the genetic. Now I've got two pairs from that clutch. Two of them in the other room, and then I've got this beautiful looking male that I probably would have ended up taking even if there wasn't a chance of that, because look at this thing. He's absolutely ridiculously gorgeous. I mean, that's just magnificent. It's just magnificent. I mean, the way he looks, everything about this snake just radiates magnificence. And so I'm going to be raising them up hopefully in the next 3 years time and produce some scaleless. I do like scaleless. I really do like them. I've had opportunities to buy scaleless in the past, but opted for something different. This lid's broken, so I'm going to return that lid. But I opted for something completely different. But now that I'm on the colubrid hunt and I'm on the colubrid craze, I do want scaleless, but now I don't want babies. I'm kind of selfish like that now. I do want adults. All right, and here's another one of that pairing that I kept back 3 of to see if any of the heads are going to pull through. She's a very beautiful specimen. This is just a very nice albino motley, if memory serves. Let me just see your belly. No, a hyper albino. Sorry, this is a hyper albino. Very pretty looking snake. Very happy to have it. This was actually produced by us, but I never was in charge of the pairing for this snake. So I actually got the snake already grabbed it, not knowing she was. So I obviously tried to pair her with my blizzard male, try to see if she was head for anery and head albino, which in general is safe to assume with all colubrid hatchlings in South Africa. It turns out she was not. Well, I still don't know actually, to be honest, because I would need to put her back to the blizzard male this year, which is going to be the plan. She's going to go to the blizzard male this year, the dame of these guys. Where did I put the lids? Here we go. But yeah, no, very happy to have them. Very happy to be keeping them. Hopefully soon be breeding them. Well, not hopefully, I'll definitely breed them. Just got to wait till they're of age. And I think this is going to be the last one for this side. Then I'll probably end the video here. You know, it's been a long video. I assume you guys are already bored seeing a bunch of non-venomous snakes. But just look at this beautiful. This is also an anery. This is also from that same pairing. So this is also 66% het scaleless. So this is one of the females that I got for that male. And then the pair that I have on the other side, they are both exactly what you see here in looks. So hopefully it pairs out, because I do think if this would pull through and I get visual scaleless of this, you know, that would be, that'd be magnifique. So I saw the scaleless in the clutch and they were scaleless of this. And let me tell you, it's one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a minute. Now, I know a lot of you out there do like scaleless, and I'm cool with that. You know, you don't have to like everything I like, but I do like them. So, like them. All right, now before I send you guys on your merry way and say goodbyes and all of that, I think I should show you guys this. So, look at my nose. So I have been pairing a couple of snakes with winter now, essentially fast approaching. And it's time for me to separate my pair of rattlesnakes. I've had so many confirmed lots, it's not even funny. I don't know if that would be something that would be of interest to you guys to see. The whole process of how to breed cats for rattlesnakes. I did do a video on that previously. It did do quite well. So if it is something that you guys would like to see again, do let me know, and then we can try and film a more conclusive video about it. But until then, I'll just show you guys the male while I separate them. Hello, my boy. So he's been quite interesting since he's been with the female. He's been very, very sporadic, which is very much not what he is in general. Come on, guys. Aye. He's such a heavy snake. Let me tell you guys, he's a heavy snake. Can I get your tail, Aubrey? Come on, buddy. Now, he's got an impressive strike range. Let me tell you guys that much. He can get far. Alright, guy, come on. Come on, man. You're making this unnecessarily difficult. You're usually so relaxed. That's much more like it, realizing. There we go. It's like he never ends as he's coming out of there. I mean, look at that snake. If that's not a big rattlesnake, I don't know what would be considered as a big rattlesnake. Alright. Now that's quite a stupid mistake I made. I opened up the bottom on this side, but this side's open at the top. The female's there. I had to go around to get him in there. Quite a stupid mistake. Some food for thought, you know. Don't make the same mistakes, guys. Alright, so without further ado, thank you so much for checking in, guys. From Undisputed Reptiles, you guys know we love you. You guys know we appreciate you. Check you on the next one.